Hello, hello, good people. I am Chris, and today we're talking about one word that quietly changes everything. And what's that one word? That word is margin. Margin. Margin is what's left over, right? Okay, so if financial peace feels far away, this is the bridge. What margin is? Margin is what's left after life shows up. And if you've been living life for any length of time, you know life has a way of showing up, right? But that's okay. It helps build character, right? Not after bills look good on paper, not after a perfect month. Margin is a little money left over. Margin is a little time left over. Margin is little flexibility left over. Everybody wants some room to move around and have a little freedom, right? Yeah, that's a good thing. If everything is already spoken for, then there is no margin. I don't know about you, but I've been there before. Got the t shirt. Don't want to go back there no more. So, elementary explanation, right? Think of margin like this. If you fill glass all the way up to the top, one small bump makes a spill. Margin is leaving space in the glass, right? To me, that's being proactive. But in the military and even in life, when you want to avoid certain things that you don't like, then you find creative ways to be proactive to prevent yourself being found in certain predicaments that you don't want to find yourself in. Okay. Margin is leaving space in the glass. Life bumps happen. Margin keeps them from becoming disasters. They are coming no matter what. There's nothing we can do to stop life from lifing, right? But there is things we can do to prepare and be proactive. So when life does happen, we have some margin to address that situation. Anyway, why people struggle with margin. Most people don't lack discipline. What they lack is room. When there's no margin, every surprise feels like a failure. When there is no margin, every delay feels like dangerous, right? Every decision feels urgent. Nobody likes danger. Nobody likes disasters. Nobody likes urgency. But it happens, right? What can we do? Margin removes urgency, not responsibility. Because in life, as you become a man, as you become a woman, as you become a mom, as you become a dad, whatever the case may be, life is going to fill up with responsibilities. Even if it's just you and you're responsible for your transportation. Whether you're taking public transportation, Uber, your car. Taking public transportation, you got to set aside your money. You got to be on top of your schedule to be out there on time. How I know this? I was a bus driver for 5 years when I first got to the Army. If you're an Uber driver or Uber rider, you got to schedule your ride. You got to wait on the ride. You got to stay on top of it. And you got to have your money set aside for all your Uber rides. That's responsibility. If you have your own car, you got to have the insurance. You got to keep the car maintained. You got to have gas. That's responsibility. Okay. I'm, all, I'm always getting off point and adding more, but hey, such is life. Small margin still counts. To me, that's very important. So, margin doesn't have to be big to be powerful. Examples: $20 not spent is an accomplishment. One bill paid early. I don't know about you, but to me, that's an accomplishment. One weekend without having to use your credit card. Now, is that an accomplishment? You tell me. One decision delayed instead of rushed. Wow, when you could take a breather, take your time, think about it. That's an accomplishment. That's not nothing. That's momentum. Momentum, right? we all like to get the momentum going. When I think about that word momentum, I think about one of my heroes. Everybody that grew up watching Michael Jordan, but yours truly did grow up watching Michael Jordan. And when that man got the momentum going, people say when he got the momentum going. No, when does he not have the momentum going? Anyway, you watch that man, he did some bad things, right? But um, 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 the game was just coming to him as he got older. You know, it's like he was the only, he was the, anyway, it's like he was the magician out there among all of the magician's assistant because, you know, he just will do something and you look like you doing your all, and all of a sudden he do something make it look like you just disappear. Okay, moving on. It's not about Michael Jordan, it's about margin. Weekly stewardship check-in. Margin is what allows steady building. Each week I ask myself, don't know about you, we talking about me. Each week I ask myself, am I strengthening my foundation consistently and not emotionally? Yes, I ask myself that question because your foundation, again, we was talking about Michael Jordan. He was what they call, some folks say he was a complete player and he had athletics. He have amazing athletic ability, right? So, you know, when they say these things, then you talk about a person who has the fundamentals down pat, right? Your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s, that's your fundamentals, right? So if your fundamentals is good, then you could build upon that and do great things. If your foundation is toe up, raggedy, then everything you build upon that foundation is going to be somewhat toe up or raggedy, or it's going to have the ripple down effect. So your foundation is important. Your foundation is important in investing. Your foundation is important in your marriage. Your foundation is important on your job. Your foundation, it's just important, right? So when you value your foundation, when you value your fundamentals in anything pertaining to youism, because you should be important to, if not to anybody, you should be important to yourself, right? No one else is going to care about you more than you. So make sure you take care of your foundation. Make sure you have your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s down pat with anything concerning you, whether it be your marriage, your relationship, your parent-child relationship, on your job, and especially in your financial journey. For me, that means continuing to build long-term positions patiently and responsibly, right? I'm going to do that no matter what. Now, I'm going to do my other things as well. I'm going to do my swing trades, but I'm always going to focus on my my long-term positions. I guess that's what's going to take me through, right? No rush, no pressure, just consistency. And I've been saying as long as I've been on this thing, as long as I've been on YouTube, it's all about consistency and patience, right? So for me, that means continuing. I just said that. So no rush, no pressure, just consistency. This keeps this keeps you grounded. And when you're grounded, you can do great things, right? So let me get ready to close out of here, right? Margin doesn't make you wealthy, but it does make you feel good. Anyway, margin doesn't make you wealthy. It makes you ready. It makes you prepared, right? Have you one step ahead of life happening, life lifing. So, and readiness is what allows the next level of growth to happen and to happen safely. Because growth is coming. The next level of life is coming. We want it to be with growth and we want it to happen safely, right? If this helped you in any way understand why margin matters, please hit that like, subscribe, and share it with someone else. Build space first. Walk in wisdom, my friend.